So, something interesting that I've noticed a lot about people is their need to identify themselves. In order to feel that need and to identify ourselves, we attach ourselves to the opinions and the observations of those around us. Um, with that being said, we've created this external identity that we've become completely dependent upon when it comes to who we are and the things that we aspire to do with our lives. You know, I just recently turned 18, about to graduate high school, and there's a vision of the person that I want to become, that I aspire to be, and I've created certain goals and certain aspirations in order to attain that person, to become that person. But I've noticed how unwilling I am when it comes to risking the observations and the opinions of those around me. Like, I've noticed that I'm not scared of failing, but I'm scared of other people seeing me fail. So the personal or the private aspirations and goals that I've set for myself, I have a really hard time sticking to because they don't directly affect my outside appearance, if that makes sense. And because they don't affect those things, I don't stick to them, I don't care about them, they don't really interest me. Whereas if I set a goal like working out and eating healthier and doing a skincare routine, right, my external appearance, I have a really easy time sticking to those things because it's very obvious that it has an effect on the observations of other people that I'm dependent upon. And so I've always had an easy time sticking to certain external self-help goals, but my internal goals, my private goals, I have a hard time sticking to. And that's because I've been unwilling to risk the observations of those around me, and it's something that I need to change, and it's something that I think a lot of us struggle with in general. I think a lot of us have this idea of who we want to be, of who we know we are capable of being, but we haven't taken a step in any direction yet because we're so scared and so fearful of being misunderstood or being rejected or being seen as a failure or yada yada yada. Like, we try so hard to make miserable people accept us and expect not to be miserable. It doesn't make sense, you know? Yeah, you know, it's just like, there was a saying or something, somebody said something about confidence and how it's not saying to yourself, oh, I know they'll like me. It's saying it's okay if they don't. I'm okay if they don't. I don't really care if they do. And that's something that I think not a lot of people have, you know, especially in my generation, being 18 in high school. I see a lot of really insecure people, that of which is also me. I count as insecure because we're so dependent upon the outside opinions, and we're so dependent upon their observations and the things they think of us that we're unwilling to be misunderstood, to be different, and to be ourselves, you know, whatever that even means. But the reason I'm making this video is because it's a step in that direction. I understand that I need to put myself in uncomfortable situations. I need to put myself in a state of doing things that I don't want to do. You know, I don't want to make this video, to be honest. I don't want to post it. I don't want people to think differently of me. I don't want to seem dumb. I don't want to seem, you know, have to have big dreams and everything, but I need to put myself in a position to do things differently and to risk their observations, to risk their opinions. And I need to completely let go of that external identity that I've created in my head. You know, like, so far in my life, I've been pretty miserable, all things considered. You know, not like depressed or anything, but I've been pretty inconsistent with who I aspire to be, the type of man that I want to be. And because I've been so focused on my external identity, I've become such a selfish person, you know? Everything's about how I can get other people to like me, to accept me. It's all about me all the time. And it's actually recently how I lost a really close friendship of mine. You know, I didn't care about my internal identity or the things that were important to me as long as that other person liked me or thought I was a cool person. You know, I wasn't reliable, I wasn't accountable, I wasn't loyal, I wasn't anything, right? And so it's sad to see within like, at least in my generation, going around, walking around high school, how everybody's so insecure and so distraught and so in their own heads that they're unwilling to truly be self-sacrificial towards relationships with other people, you know. And it's something that I want to change about me personally, and that's a specific thing that I want to change. But less specifically, I just aspire to be somebody who can lead and inspire, you know, whether it be my wife and my family or people just in general. You know, I want to be helpful. I want to be less selfish, and I think letting go of that external identity is what's keeping me where I am. And it might be what's keeping you where you are. You know, if you're having a hard time changing and becoming a new person or changing old habits or something like that, maybe it's the way that you view yourself, you know, as a collection of opinions of other people. You know, I think we need to let go of that identity that we've created for ourselves through other people and become the person that we deserve to be, that we're capable of being. In all reality, there's nobody more deserving and more capable of becoming a great person than you. There isn't. There really isn't. You know, I was recently watching a video, and of course it's about David Goggins, and he was talking about how he didn't care to be understood or liked or accepted. He just wanted to have some self-respect, you know? And I noticed that, like, I don't really care about my self-respect, or I have to some extent, but I haven't prioritized it. And with that being, you know, and with my external identity being my everything, it's always been about me. And so I think that's a big reason why I've been unwilling to change. Is because I'm unwilling to even try to change because I'm scared of rejection. I'm scared of looking like a different person, of being rejected, or, you know, or the fear of failing in their eyes. And so, like I said earlier, I think the biggest thing that we can all do for ourselves is to let go of that fear, to let go of that need, and dare to be misunderstood. That's the big thing, dude, is to be misunderstood, to be rejected, to be made fun of, to be different. And this video, again, is a part of that. You know, I'm not comfortable behind a camera. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I might have said a couple things 1,000 times, and I'm scared to post it because what if somebody might think that I'm dumb or different or yada yada yada. And it doesn't matter what they think. Like, it doesn't have any control or effect over me, but I let it. And that fear is what has kept me in this place of just sitting around doing nothing. I have dreams, I have goals, I have aspirations. I know that I can be of use to society, that I can help others, that I can inspire others, that I can lead others, that I can do these things. But I've just been so unwilling and so fearful for so long. And I need to change. I do. And I'm going to change it. I'm wanting to change it. And this is a part of that. But yeah, if you're struggling in life and if you're kind of stuck in the same spot, let go of that external identity, dude. Like, you could be so great, but instead you succumb to the fear of being rejected. There's greatness in each and every single person, but our fear of being a failure in others' eyes is what keeps us in a state of just sitting around doing nothing. Like, we could be so much better than we already are. Me, you, our teacher, I don't know, whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But again, dude, like, let go of that fear, bro. Let go of that fear. Become the person that you deserve to be. Become the person that you're capable of being. Become the person that your wife, your future spouse, husband, whatever you want to call it, your children, the rest of your family, the people around you, they need you to be a certain individual. And because you're unwilling to accept yourself internally, and you what do you call it? And you crave the outside acceptance, you're never gonna be a person who can lead. You're never gonna be a person who can inspire, who can help others, because you can't even help yourself. And, you know, I think what we need to do is let go of that external identity and accept who we are inside, create a new internal identity, and then become the person that we know that we can be, that we want to be, and who we aspire to be. We can do the things that we want to do and have the effect that we want to have. It's all through letting go of that external identity that we've created, and to become less fearful, or to not let fear control our lives. That's what this is. That's what this video is. The fear of talking into a camera, of being misunderstood because of it, is what has kept me from doing this. The very thing that I wanted to do for a very long time. Dare to be misunderstood. It's as simple as that. Go out of your way to be made fun of, to be uncomfortable, to be rejected. Do those things, dude, because that's what's going to bring you joy, believe it or not, is when you do those things. It's weird how that works, but that's what we crave. That's what we want, but we just don't go after it because of that fear. So don't let that fear control you, man. Don't let that external identity get in the way of who you really are, you know, of who you deserve to be. And yeah, dude, I mean, you got this. I got this. Come on, we got this, bro. We got this.